Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another live English lesson with me, teacher Zdenek, and my student who is Helen today. Hi, Helen.
Hi, everyone.
Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm good. I'm good, Zdenek. I
I've
hope you
just, re-
too. Yeah,
I'm fine, thanks. I've just realized that I said good evening, but it might not be evening for all our viewers, right?
right. Exactly. But for me and as well for you as
Mhm.
well, it's evening.
That's right, because we are based in Europe. You are
Hmm?
from France. Just to remind our viewers, you are from France, a
Yeah.
French learner, and I'm from the Czech Republic, which means we are not that far away from each other.
1,000 kilometers, something along those lines,
When you
apart.
say it, when you say it like that, it sounds like it's a lot, but but it's the same time zone, everyone. It is the same time zone. All right. I would like to say hi, but I always struggle with this name. Helen, how should we pronounce this name? Pra Pragjot.
Prabjot, Ko,
Pravjot. Kaur. Yeah,
as
Kaur. I think
far
probably
as
that's
I know,
probably Kaur is
from
probably
in
a surname. So
from
Pravjot.
I-
Yep. Hi, welcome. Thank you for saying hi. We appreciate it. So, how does this work? If this is your first time watching, basically, I have come up with this way of teaching my students on YouTube. I don't only teach my students on YouTube, but I think it's an interesting way to do it because my students have always got the record of the lesson. They can always watch it again. And also, we can get some other people involved here. Is there a plan, Helen, for this lesson?
There is absolutely no plan, neither from my side, neither from your side. You prepared
Mhm,
absolutely nothing, no lesson plan, no
mhm,
grammar point to not nothing prepared in advance, and it's so improvisation
mhm.
and so improvised.
It is improvised, yes. Now that means that we don't know what we are going to end up talking about, but that's not the point. The point is, this is actually based on a teaching method which goes by the name Dogme. You may not have heard about Dogme, but it's quite popular here in Europe. Not everybody uses it. I don't always use it, but I want to use it in these YouTube videos because I feel like it's an extra challenge added, and I like that. But there is a method to my madness as well. Yeah, it's based on a conversation with a real a real person. Are you a real person, Helen?
As far as I know.
Yeah, I wanted to say it's based on a real conversation, but I forgot to use the word real before the word conversation, and then I thought that I would use it later, and I said real person. So it's based on a real conversation with a real person, and that will reflect real life. And sometimes, when people learn English, they forget this. They forget why they're learning English. Why are you learning English, Helen? Tell us.
Because it's fun, because
Because
I
it's
like the
fun.
language, and it happens to be handy to when you want to, to communicate with another person. You know, I like to do things upside down without
Yeah.
any purpose.
That's right. It happens to be handy when you communicate or when you want to communicate with other people. And
Yeah.
that's what people should always keep in mind. We are learning because we want to be able to communicate with others. And the best way
No,
to learn,
no, I'm learning because I want to understand what I'm reading in the
well, it's
first
part
place.
of it. It's part of
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
But
sure.
but the best way to prepare ourselves for that is by practicing it. Just having a conversation with a real person about something maybe that's not very important, maybe it is more important, but it's definitely not when you follow a textbook where you have like chapter 1 family, chapter 2 hobbies, chapter 3. I mean, it's all well and good, but it can get very artificial. Yeah, it can get very artificial. The exercises in the book do not reflect real life. The listening exercises you listen to, yeah, are often scripted. You know, they don't really. When people speak, they often hesitate. They don't know what to say. They sometimes, they use certain language to buy themselves more time. Words like phrases like and you know what I mean and stuff like that. And that's why I like this approach more, because it reflects real life. It prepares my student for it. Helen, are you okay with it yourself? don't say
I've been
don't say
okay
no.
with.
Don't say no. You can't say no.
Maybe you forgot it's not my first live with you following this method, and I've been ready for 6 months now. So
Mhm.
I think I know what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
Maybe not because each time it's improvised and it's a new surprise every time. But
Yeah.
let's hope it's gonna end well.
That's what
Yeah,
makes it
let's hope.
exciting for me. And it could go terribly wrong as well. I admit it. And there have been some lives where I thought, like, oh my God, I hope nobody listened to this. And I hope nobody watched it. I hope my colleagues didn't watch it. I hope there was no inspection trying to tell me, like, what I did wrong, what I said wrong. Yeah. But to be honest, that's the idea. You can never be perfect anyway, not as a teacher, not as a learner, not as a human being, unless you are Helen, of course, in which case you are perfect. Yeah.
What are you trying to get from me, Zdenek? It's
I.
suspicious.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Saying I'm perfect is it's a little bit like if you were buttering me up.
Oh, yeah, I'm not buttering you up. Well, I hope you might write a nice review about me, I guess, but oh, you've just revealed the secret. Yeah. Anyway, you saw through me, Helen. Years of practicing, years of learning about psychology. Yeah.
I don't know if I know much about psychology, but I think I'm psycho number one, so I'm my first patient. So I've got a lot of practice.
What are you? Did I just hear you correctly? Did you say you are a psycho?
Yeah, heard it correctly, and maybe
Okay.
you don't want to do this live with me anymore, knowing that it
Let's be
would be
honest.
understandable.
Let's be honest. I already knew that. That's for one. And number two is that the weirder my guest is, or the weirder my student is, the better, the better it is for the viewers. I think. Imagine if it's someone really boring who always like follows the rules and answers the questions in a boring way. This is more interesting to teach a psycho. Hang on. Is this Have you actually been diagnosed with being a psycho, or
No, or maybe I could be in denial. It's
oh,
possible too.
you think you're in denial, which is a nice phrase.
Maybe I have received this diagnosis, but I don't want to confess I have.
Well, you seem to be smiling. Not that. No, you said, first of all, you said it yourself now, yeah, and you're smiling. You seem to be okay with it. So I don't think you are in denial. If you were in denial, you would probably not be happy about it, and you would just not admit it, right? But in this case, it seems like you are comfortable with it, let's say. Isn't this just something I have a suspicion, Helen? Isn't this just something you say to make yourself look more interesting? Just to say, listen, everyone, I'm here. I'm a psycho. Who wants to be my friend? Who wants to teach me? Is there a crazy enough teacher that would like to teach a psycho? And I'm like, oh, a psycho. I've never thought I have never taught a psycho. I might as well give it a go. Let's see how it is. Isn't that part of your master plan, Helen?
I don't know, but maybe you discovered why I only have a bunch of friends around me, and maybe I'm frightening everyone again around me.
No, I hope not. I hope not. I hope you definitely not frightening the people watching us, because they are here. They are still watching. They haven't left yet. By the way, if you are watching, you can always say hi in the chat, because we would like to know who you are, where you are from, what your PIN number and bank account number is. No, I'm just kidding, guys. No, not that. Just say just say what your name is. Like Jolly. Jolly, I
Hi,
believe, is
Johnny.
from Spain. She is a teacher from Spain. So she's one of those people that are going to judge me here for all my mistakes and everything I say wrong and my teaching methodology. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
So you're in the shoes of a student. You know how we feel when we are making mistakes
Oh,
for
believe it or
again and again.
believe
Yeah.
it or not, but I'm not a native speaker, so English is not my first language. In which case, people might think, "Oh, I want a native speaker teacher. They must be so much better." No, I tell everyone it's because I am not a native speaker that I can be a good teacher and I can help you a lot. You know, it's my superpower, because I have been through what you are going through right now. I have already been through it. I'm still kind of going through it. Yeah, we never finish learning. We never stop learning, do we?
Exactly. It's a never-ending journey,
Oh, story. Yeah.
and
Mhm.
it's about learning English or about anything in life.
Yeah.
And when we stop learning, I think we can say we are dead.
Well,
Don't you
did
think?
you just say when we stop learning, we can say that we are dead? My question is, how can you say we are we are dead if you are dead?
Yeah, maybe because you're floating above your dead body, and yeah, now I'm dead
Oh, as a
because
ghost.
as a ghost, as a soul,
I see. You say
and
maybe. You say maybe. So, are you convinced that this is how it works?
I've never been through this. So, but once I came back, once I've come back from this, I don't know when, but if there is something like this, I swear I come back to you and tell you the whole story.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. Um, could you please tell us here on YouTube as well, because I think more people would like to hear this.
What? What would you like me to tell the viewers?
Well, when you come back from, I guess, you are you implying that you are going to die and then rise
From the death?
rise from the death and come back to us in order to tell us what it was like? Is that what you are suggesting?
Um, if so, it will be your first live with a ghost.
Eh,
I'm sure it will be
Yeah,
interesting.
but my question is, can a ghost talk?
Um,
How
Probably
how are you
not.
going to communicate with me?
Well,
You haven't thought it.
you
You
will
haven't.
have to invite some what's the name in English? Some kind of person who can communicate with the outer world,
Yeah.
and she would speak for me. I have no idea. And
Yeah.
what's I
Yeah.
forgot the name for.
Um. Psychic, maybe a psychic, someone
Mm.
like that. Psychic.
Not to
Let
be
me check.
confused with a psycho.
Yeah, this is why I'm like, okay, a person considered or claiming to have psychic powers, a medium. Yeah, that sounds like the right word. Yeah, a medium. Yeah, I think that could be a good word. That's a great opportunity for us to explain the difference between psycho and psychic, as well as the pronunciation. I don't know. Yeah, medium. I think it's another way to say it. Yeah. Right. Do you guys believe in ghosts? Let us know in the comments. We would like to know. Hi, Arek. Good having you
Hi.
here. Right. So we started this off by talking about death and ghosts. That's very optimistic. That's very positive. How do you,
It's not in every culture that death is considered to be the saddest thing on earth.
mm,
I don't know much about it, but it's celebrated with
yeah,
ribbons and colors, and it's festivity in some countries because it's considered as considered as the end of a cycle and the beginning of something else. And it's only in our Western cultures when we mourn so much about death.
that's right. That's a good word to mourn. To mourn. Yeah. Do
Have
you
I
know?
pronounced it right?
Yeah, mourn. Do you
Mm,
know how we
mm,
pronounce it in the ing form? This word.
mm. Morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Helen. How are you? It's what?
I was
Yeah.
wondering if there was some kind of difference with
As
with good morning as in
yeah as
pronunciation.
as far as I know, they are homophones. So morning sounds exactly the
Mm.
same as morning. Yeah, but there's a
So
difference in spelling.
I've pronounced it right, so it's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak about it later. Yeah, you are right. In some cultures, death is less tragic than in others. In our part of the world, in Europe, how is it in France?
We mourn when we are alive. We rattle, and in front of death, we like many other countries we mourn.
Um, which part of the day do you mourn the most?
As far as our reputation goes, with all the cliches and stereotype, we rattle and mourn till morning, or till we have our coffee. A lot of
No,
people.
I was wondering if you would say in the morning, and that would sound very funny. But I guess I guess
So
we have
sorry,
already
I missed
I
the joke.
I guess we have already killed the joke, and the joke wasn't funny in the first place, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Anyway, it's not the point of an English lesson, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, is not to entertain the students. Yeah, when I did my training, like Cambridge courses, like Celta, Delta, they always told this to us, and I once was asked to reflect on my own lesson. Yeah, I think they always ask us to do that, and I was like, and I wrote. I remember distinctly that I wrote, my performance wasn't very good. And then when we were going through this with my tutor, with my Delta tutor, they said to me, Zdenek, this is not about performance. You're not an entertainer. You're not you're not a stand-up comedian or something like that. You're there to help your students learn English. Yeah. So sometimes some teachers have a problem with this, and sometimes I do. But I feel like it's different when we are on YouTube, because I've got like people here who didn't, who, I wonder, why do you think these people came here, Helen?
They are all very serious students, and they want to grab any opportunities to learn some English, and that's why
Mm.
they are here.
So
And
you think they
only
are
for
here to
this reason,
learn?
of
You think
course,
they are here mainly to learn English?
so, mm.
You think
Why?
none of them? Go
Yeah,
on,
why?
your turn.
For which other reason could they be there?
I
To
don't
be
know.
entertained.
Why do people watch YouTube videos? Okay, sometimes it's about how to do something. Okay? When you don't know how to do something, like how do I clean my bathroom? How do I clean my bathroom? All right, so type it in the search engine, and then there will always be a video about that. Yeah. So sometimes it's
Mm.
about that. Like you want information, you want to be educated, you want to be informed. But other times it is about entertainment, isn't it? So who knows? Who knows what these people came for?
So maybe they can tell us why they are why they are watching
I'm not
this
sure if
live.
I want. I'm not sure if I should know this. You know, and if I want to know this. It could also be out of curiosity.
Could be, in fact, indeed.
The thing though is that this is our 30th. I say our. It's more like my 30th live English lesson because I always do it with a different student. One of them is Helen, but
Mine
it's
is only the fifth or sixth or
mhm.
something along those lines.
So it's a milestone for me.
Mm.
This is the 30th live English lesson. So some people come
Nice.
back. Yeah, some people do come back because they have watched the previous ones, but I'm sure there are completely new people here as well, right? And they are wondering like what on earth is going on here? How is this even a lesson?
But as you said at the beginning of this live, and maybe some people weren't there at the beginning, there's a method to your madness.
Would you mind telling me what the method is? Because
The method is Dogme, and
oh,
it starts with an improvised conversation with a
uh,
student, between a student and a teacher. Yeah.
my question was more rhetorical. Rhetoric. Can
And
you say that?
I'm repeating it for the people who weren't there from the beginning and may still be wondering.
I was trying to be a little bit self-deprecating and make fun of myself. So it was a rhetorical question. Like I was wondering, is there a method to what I'm doing? But you started answering it.
And you know exactly how I react when you start, when you try to deprecate yourself. I'm sorry,
It's all right.
but
It's
you
all
know
right.
it.
It's fine.
So
You
it's
know,
not, it shouldn't come as a surprise to you.
no, it doesn't come to me as a surprise.
It didn't come as a surprise. Okay.
Yeah. Um, okay, ladies and gentlemen, part of the method that I'm using here is that I'm making notes as I go along, as I talk to my student, who is today Helen. I make some notes. Sometimes I manage to write more notes, sometimes less notes. It depends on what my student is saying, how correct the language my student uses is, and it also depends on other aspects like how involved I am in the conversation, because sometimes I'm so involved that it's difficult for me to multitask. And sometimes I'm just, I guess, not up for it. So I'm making some notes.
So have I made a lot of mistakes
Not
during
not so not so many, or
Hmm?
I may have not noticed. That's the thing, we have private lessons as well, Helen. And
Yeah,
is it okay
indeed.
if I talk about them and tell everybody how we do our private lessons? Is that okay with you?
It depends on what part of those
Okay,
lessons.
I want to
You're
praise.
talking about
No, I actually want to praise you because I love the way we do it. Because you always. So, are you okay with me saying it?
yeah, you can.
So,
Of course you can.
so basically, you always send me prior to our lesson. Usually, you leave it to the last moment, so it's usually 10 minutes before the lesson starts. But that's fine by me. You send me a recording on a specific topic. So it's you call
Yeah.
it a rant. Yeah, it's like it's it's just a speech. Let's say it's a speech. Yeah, that you prepare, and it's your choice.
Yeah.
Like what it is as well. So it last time you sent me one about patience. It was all about patience. Yeah. Other times it's something more philosophical. And
Mm.
then you send it to me, and I have 10 minutes to. I'm late, but I have 10 minutes to listen to it and to make notes about some pronunciation mistakes and things like that. This is much easier for me actually to do than
Mm.
this, because here I've got people watching, I've got a student to talk to, and making notes at the same time. It's too many things at once. Yeah. But I think I managed to write some things down as well. So, yeah.
Okay, so let's dig into it. I think the conversation time
Is over.
is
Yeah.
it's coming to an end.
It sounds like you have had enough of it. I know it's not the case. I know you are just helping me, because before we went live, I told you, Helen, we need to make this one short, and I'm prolonging it. I'm prolonging it again. So thanks. This doesn't mean that Helen doesn't enjoy the. Well, maybe I shouldn't speak for her, really. Am I right, Helen? Are you just reminding me? Are you just reminding me because you want me to?
I could, but I may have some other reasons, and maybe you could try to.
Uh,
Of course, I'm enjoying being there. I wouldn't be there otherwise. Don't worry.
oh, you say there.
There, live
Where?
on StreamYard,
So
doing the
here.
live
So
here.
here. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So there's a difference between here and there. Yeah. So you should say, I enjoy being here because you are here. It's happening right now. No, I'm already doing the feedback. Yeah. So it's happening right now. Yeah. So you
It's
should.
a little bit confusing because it's over the internet, so it's hard to tell which word is the more appropriate.
It's
Or
you are
is it
part.
not?
You should say here because you are still
Mm.
part of it. It's still
Okay.
happening. Yeah. Maybe tomorrow you could say, I was there yesterday. Where were you? I was on StreamYard. I was there yesterday. But because you are still here, because it's still happening at this point,
Okay.
you have to say here. Yeah. So can
So,
you correct yourself?
of course, I enjoy being here.
Okay. You passed the test.
Thank God. Thanks.
If you said anything else, Helen, you would. If you had said anything else, you would have been disconnected. I'm just joking. Okay, I'm just joking. All right, we've got some comments from our viewers. We're gonna look at them later if we have time left. But for now, it's time to do the feedback. Okay, can you guys see it? Can you guys see what I see?
Can you make it a little bit bigger, or can I make it bigger for me? Yeah, it's okay.
Are you asking me or are you asking yourself? Okay, as you can see, there's not much red here, to be honest. Like most of the language you used was really, really effective way of communicating. And I have to say, some really advanced phrases and, yeah, collocations. Really good stuff, Helen. So there's absolutely no plan, neither from my side, neither from yours. Can you change this a little bit?
maybe I should have said on my side.
Mm,
Neither.
on yeah, I guess it would be better, but it would have been better. But I don't think it's a big deal. There's something else here.
Neither. Neither. So I
Yeah,
had
it's too
to use
too
it
many
twice.
neithers
Used.
here. Too many neithers.
Oh, okay. So only one would have been enough. Neither
Mhm.
from my side. Uh, no.
No, you just said it.
Uh,
I've
neither
heard
from
you.
my side.
I've heard you
Uh,
say it.
neither from my side or yours.
Okay, so um,
And yours. Or yours
no,
or and yours.
listen to me. If you have two options, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and they are positive, we use or. Okay, you know or, right?
Mm-hmm.
We could
Okay.
continue with this lesson or end here. Two options. It's
Mm-hmm.
either
Right.
or. But with neither, it's like you are saying two negative. You are talking about two negative things, or two
Mm-hmm.
things that use a negative structure. Like there is no plan. It's a negative structure. Neither on my side or from my side. And now you need an alternative for or, which is used with neither. And it's not or, but it's very similar
No,
to
no,
or.
no, 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 no.
You see? You figured it out. Yeah? It's nor. No, how should you pronounce it, by the way?
Nor,
Come again?
nor, no,
Okay. Is there
no,
r sound at the end or not?
no. There shouldn't be. In English, in British English, the hardly ever pronounced. So,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
at the end of the word, I think I get it right if I say
Standard
no.
British, yeah, standard British pronunciation. No,
No,
no.
no,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
no.
Or no. But Americans or any accents that have the rhotic R, I think in Scotland, in Ireland, they would say or, nor. Yeah? No.
Yeah.
No. Or. I think so. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Just British, standard British pronunciation is no. Okay. So neither from my side nor from yours.
Y-
Is can you make it shorter? No from yours. How could you make this shorter?
Neither from my side nor yours.
So you can remove
Uh,
the repetition of the preposition there, right?
mm,
Yeah, you can condense the text a bit.
mm.
Okay, good. Okay, so blue text, it's something that is a good example of good English. So it happens to be handy. I like a lot this structure. So when you say something happens to be something, that's a difficult one to explain. Yeah. So
You can realize that at some point that something can be useful.
mhm.
At some point you realize it's useful.
Yeah, that's it. Um, it's more like also that there's a bit of like suggestion that you are doing this by chance. Yeah. It almost I think you are trying
Possible.
to soften it a little bit. Yeah. So if you say it is handy, it's like more direct than saying it happens to be handy. Yeah. So you're making this statement less direct, I think. You know what I mean?
Possible.
If you say someone
Yeah.
happened, so you could say, for example, my friend was there. I went to the cinema and I met my friend. I couldn't believe it. My friend was there sitting. Yeah. So it's like you're saying
Mhm.
it directly. If you say, my friend happened to be there,
What a surprise. Yeah.
yeah, it sounds like it's kind of by
Mm.
chance. Yeah,
Mm.
it's like coincidence. But be careful if you
Yeah,
use
I get
this.
it.
Mhm.
Mm.
If you use this phrase, it needs to be followed by infinitive with to, or should it be gerund, Helen?
Um,
Well, I didn't make it red, so that answers your question.
mm. Oh, it's to be and so
Mhm.
infinitive. Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
It happens
Mhm.
being
Yep.
handy.
Handy.
Mm.
What's a synonym for the word handy?
Um, Synonym. To be useful, to
Mhm.
be
Yep.
uh,
That's it.
prac-
That's it.
mm,
Yep.
mm,
Practical, useful. Yep.
mm.
Perfect. Why did I write this twice? I wrote it twice. Okay. I know what I'm getting. I think you said myself into, yeah?
Um, I think I forgot to the myself, but
Yeah, I think that's
what
better. It's better. That's the phrase. To get yourself into something. Often this is used with I don't know what I'm getting myself into, or you don't know what you're getting yourself into.
and sometimes I dig myself into a hole.
Um, yeah, but that has a
Or
slightly
digging, dig or digging. I'm not sure.
no, you that has a slightly different meaning, I would say. Yeah.
It's not. It's no.
Um,
It's not the same, but it's about the structure
yeah, the
with the
structure is
myself.
also myself. Yeah, you need myself. The reason you need myself here and not you can't say I'm getting me into because the subject is I and the person that is affected by the verb here is the same person as the subject. So that's why you have to say myself and not me. But if you don't know what you're getting yourself into, it means like you don't have awareness. You don't have an idea. You don't have a clue what is happening basically, or what the consequences of something are. Let's say, yeah,
Hmm? In the negative, yeah.
it's in a negative sense, yeah. But sometimes it's used quite kind of jokingly as well, right? Like you did something and then you were like, oh, maybe you can say, I met this guy and we started dating, but I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Yeah. Which
Yeah.
means there's some kind of a problem. It suggests that there is some kind of a problem. Or rather,
It
he didn't
happens more
know,
often than not.
or maybe it should be he didn't know what he was getting himself into. Basically, you're talking about something surprising or a difficult situation that something that turns out to be overwhelming, right?
Something you
Or
didn't
ends
expect.
up being overwhelming, rather.
Mm,
Ends up being overwhelming.
mm.
That's what I meant. Yeah. Okay. I could be in denial. So, what does this phrase "in denial" mean? It's a very nice phrase.
Um, I could not admit, not being aware that this thing is true and pretending otherwise, pretending something else.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So it's the unwillingness to accept the reality. So there is a reality. Maybe everyone around you can see it, but you can't see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Often this happens to us when there is some kind of very negative experience or uh, something we just refuse to believe for some reason. Yeah.
Mm.
For example, you could say by watching this, Zdenek, are you trying to be a YouTuber? You are in denial. No, I'm not trying to be a YouTuber, ladies and gentlemen. I'm an English teacher. I've been an English teacher for more than 10 years. I'm just trying to do things differently as a teacher. I don't consider myself a YouTuber, okay?
But
I'm-
then I would say you're doing stuff on YouTube, and thus you are a YouTuber, and stop being
no.
in denial of being a YouTuber.
No, you can only be a YouTuber if you are getting paid for doing it. I think
That's
because I'm not
that's not
getting
the
paid.
official definition. It's not the official definition.
That's
It's more
my
close to
definition. That's
because you
my
are in denial. Because you are in denial.
that's
So
my
let's move on.
definition, Helen. That is my definition. Okay.
Okay. I don't want to
Okay.
to
So
have a hard
it's
time
like
doing the next lesson. So you're right. You're right for everything. You're
okay. So
always right.
we could also say that you are a teacher. By this definition, we could also say you are a teacher because you help some people with English. But are you really getting paid for helping some people with English? Because you are the moderator of the what's it called? Learn English online Discord server. Yeah,
I'm not paid enough, by the way.
you are not paid anything. You're doing this voluntarily.
I forgot.
So does that make you a teacher? I don't think so. So how can I be a YouTuber doing YouTube for free?
If we don't end this argument quite quickly, your time management won't be okay.
We'll go out of the window.
Yeah.
That's right. Thank you for reminding me that. The next
You're
word
welcome.
the next word we are looking at is psycho. Now, ladies and gentlemen, notice how we say psycho. We don't pronounce the first letter. In the same way, we say psychologist and
Pterodactyl? It's a
what?
dinosaur. It's a dinosaur. It's a dinosaur.
Dinosaur. You know what? You know what,
Pterodactyl.
Helen? I just had a déjà vu. I know it's a French word. I swear to you, I'm gonna say something to you now. Yeah, I swear to you that I hadn't used this word for maybe 5 years. During my lesson today, one of my students, I teach one 13-year-old, or is she 11? She's 11-year-old student, and she couldn't remember the word dragon, and she was trying to describe it to me, and she said it's like a dinosaur that can fly. And then I was like, dinosaur that can fly? Yeah, there is a flying dinosaur. I couldn't remember the word pterodactyl, so I went online, I looked it up on Google, and I found that word. I hadn't used it for 5 years, and during one day, I'm talking about it twice. What is going on?
But a few months ago, after I told you this joke, why can't you hear a pterodactyl? Why can't you hear the pterodactyl going to the toilet?
Helen,
Yeah.
do you seriously expect me to remember a joke you told me 5 months ago?
Because the P is silent.
Anyway, I'm just shocked. I'm just experiencing some kind of deja vu that I hear this word again in one day, even though I don't ever use it, and I don't remember the joke Helen had told me either. Okay.
It wasn't a bad one, though.
Let's deal with this. A few
months.
No, this is a month. But is this correct? Is this correct? Look, grammatical problem.
I said there is an S missing at the end.
Yeah, but you're not pronouncing it. How do you pronounce it?
Months.
No, it's better. So there's a difference.
Months.
Month, 1 month, 2.
1 month. Months.
2 months.
1 month. Months.
1 month, 2 months.
1 month. 2 months.
Yeah.
That's what I've said when I saw your the red sentence.
Helen, I'm sorry,
yeah.
but you are in denial. You are
Maybe
in denial.
during the conversation, I probably missed it, and that's why you wrote the sentence. But what I saw the sentence written as, I saw my mistake, and I
Okay.
confess I've made a mistake.
You don't have to confess. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not a priest. You don't have to do any of that. Okay. I'm just trying to help you, Helen. 1 month, 2 months.
1 month, 2 months. 1 month, 2 months. 2 months.
No, it's better, but you are not 100% sure about it. I can detect a bit of inconsistency when it comes to you pronouncing it.
As every time when I'm dealing with th sound, 1 month, 2 months, 2 months.
That's better. Much better. Okay,
1
let's
month,
carry
2
on.
months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Psychiatrist, psychologist, psycho, and then there was this word as well.
Psychic.
That's right. Who is a psychic again?
A person with that can communicate with the overworld, with psychic powers, with
supernatural powers or something like that. Okay. Yes. Whereas psycho is more like a
mad person.
That's it. All right. Once I have come back from this, I will come back to you. I think you said I will come back, or maybe without you, and tell you the whole story. Can you remind me what you were referring to here?
Because I've said the.
Oh, I know what you mean. I know what you meant. You were talking about resurrecting.
Death, my own death.
Yeah.
And how I said that if you stop learning, you can say that you're dead.
Yeah.
But how can you talk if you're dead?
So you can say, once I come back from life. Could you say that? Come back from life. Yeah. No, come back from death. I mean, yeah. Once I come back from death, I will come back to you.
Or from the death.
My question is this correct? Can you use present perfect after once? Also, we could say when or as soon as. Yeah, it's a similar thing.
No. It has to be present.
No, it doesn't.
When I come back.
No, you. Actually, this is not wrong, Helen. So, typically we use present simple. Yeah. Once I come back from this, or once, when I come back from, as soon as I come back from this. However, we can also use present perfect.
So which is a present tense.
Which is a present tense. That's why we can use it.
Okay.
I think it has more. I think it has a slightly different meaning. I think it means that. I think that there is a bit of emphasis on that moment when it happens. Like, I feel like there's more emphasis, but it essentially has the same meaning. Okay.
Okay.
Pronunciation.
It's celebrated.
So where is the stress?
Celebrated.
Do you think the stress is on braid? Celebrate?
Yeah.
No. No. Wrong syllable. It's not on this.
Celebrated?
No, it's not on the second either.
It's only the first one left.
Yeah. No, there's also the last one, but no. Yeah, okay. It is the first one, yeah.
No. No, you must be wrong, because it cannot be. Celebrated?
Yeah, it's celebrated. The stress is on the first syllable. Yeah, it's celebrated. Yeah.
Celebrated.
It's celebrated. Yeah.
Celebrate.
Good. How do you pronounce this word?
Cycle.
Mm-hmm. How about this one?
Mourn.
Mm-hmm. How about these two?
Morning. Morning.
So is there a difference in pronunciation or no?
There isn't.
Is there a difference in spelling?
Yes, there is.
What is it?
You add a U after the O
Yeah,
when you mourn, and in the morning you only have a O in the first syllable.
that's right. How do you pronounce this word?
Opportunity. What's the stress?
Yeah,
Opportunities.
Mhm.
Opportunities.
Yeah. So where is the stress then?
Second, opportunities.
No, it's not opportunities.
So it's the first
Opportunities.
one.
Opportunities. So on tune. Yeah.
Tune.
Opportunities. Okay. Good. This is another interesting phrase in English. Can you tell us, maybe, is there a simpler way to say this?
It wasn't a surprise for me.
Or it didn't surprise me at all. But this is like more, let's say, I don't know, more
Indirect, elaborate, indirect way.
Slightly more indirect, or slightly more like flowery. You are using a more flowery language, let's say. Flowery language, yeah. So something can come to you as a surprise. It's like a phrase, yeah, basically. It's like more idiomatic, let's say. Of course, I enjoy being there. What's wrong with that?
Being here.
And we have already dealt with this. Okay, cool. Let's quickly check whether we have some comments. Oh, there's also someone I have to block. All right, no problem. So, Ahmed, we are glad you find it interesting. Arek says that present perfect sounds better. Well, it's a perfect tense, yeah. So it's perfect.
I tended to use it too much. Must confess.
Sorry?
I tend to use present perfect too much.
Really? Oh, I know a lot of people who don't use it at all. So maybe I will put you through with these people and put you through these people, and maybe you can help each other out
and find some kind of balance.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we don't have time for all the comments. We have time for this one. Thomas, thanks very much for that. All right.
I'm glad people seem to enjoy it. So
yeah,
I'm glad.
That's a laughing emoji. It's a positive thing, you know. All right. Thanks everyone for watching, and especially I have to thank massively to Helen for being here or there. Thank you for being here, or thank you for being there?
Being here.
I could say thank you for being there, which means thank you for being in France and not here in this room, because you are a psycho, you know. So I am safer this way. Thank you for being there, Helen. Thank you for being there in France and not coming here, okay? But if we are talking about YouTube, thank you for being here. Yeah, it's correct.
Okay, I'll have a word with you in a while.
Okay.
Just to get some explanation about all this.
Please, can you please wait
Yeah?
with your messages after I teach another student? I'm gonna teach one student very soon, and then also I want to watch a football game. Can you please wait like 3 hours or something like that?
Or preferably 3 weeks until you forget about all this. Okay, no problem.
I'm just joking, Helen. I'm just joking. You know, You know I
You
have.
never joke. I take everything you say seriously.
You know I have a lot of respect for you, right? To be honest, I always have a lot of respect for my students. Like it just. I think you cannot expect respect from your students if you can't respect your students. So, anyway, it's getting too deep. I think it's time to wrap this up. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And
Thank you all.
we will see you again next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.